right, Whiskey Vault. Hey.
Hey. We're doing a gift from that's over here. You're going to like this one. I almost don't want to show it to you yet, but I have to for you to do Daniel Dumas, a magnificent bastard.
Daniel Dumas, you magnificent bastard. Now, I trusted you right there, Daniel. There's a tremendous amount of trust.
Yeah.
You put this here.
Yeah.
And I grabbed it blindly.
Yeah.
Is the label forward?
Look at the screen.
Ooh.
You nailed it.
Yeah. Pedro Jimenez edition.
Yeah.
All right. So remind people what the hogsheads are, the barrels.
Hogsheads are a slightly larger size barrel than what we get usually in the U.S. Hogsheads are typically 60 gallons instead of 53 like a U.S. bourbon barrel.
Yeah, these are Pedro Jimenez hogshead barrels.
So, this is Redbreast, which we already know we love.
Yeah.
This is from their Iberian series.
What's the proof?
Don't know.
Ooh, good color.
I have it memorized.
46. Okay.
The Iberian Peninsula is the peninsula that is Spain and Portugal. And so,
Oh, yeah, I knew that.
Yeah, it's split from.
Dude, that's a deep cut from geography back in the
Right?
day. Yeah.
They.
I want to say, just off camera, Alex is furiously monitoring the audio.
Yeah, he is.
Because to make sure that your voice doesn't get picked up in my mic as loudly as yours.
It's hard, yeah.
It's a.
You know, you go to some of those small music venues and they put like a shield around the drummer.
Yeah. You need a
So
shield.
they can control.
You need a shield
I need
around
my own like bubble boy.
Yeah.
My own little rolling thing. Every time I try to pour whiskey, I knock the whole thing off the table.
I don't know if it comes across through speakers and microphones, but Daniel's voice,
Yeah.
he projects.
It's vocal training for 30 years.
So it'd be like me talking about like this all of the time.
Yeah.
And I just heard Alex's ears. Alex is cringing.
Why,
He's like,
God, why?
He's wincing in pain because I'm not talking like this all the time like Daniel does.
It's not on purpose. Not like
I know it's not on
conscious
purpose.
effort.
I know.
Yeah. This started bourbon and Oloroso sherry, which is the classic Redbreast, right?
Yeah.
A mix of bourbon cask and Oloroso sherry cask.
Oloroso.
Yeah. Then they took it, and for 12 months, they put it in a Pedro Jimenez port. No, not even close.
No, you got psyched up.
Yeah, I really did.
Okay.
That's probably Alex's fault. He's like a mental block on the side.
Not blocking it at all. You got a drag line inside. Oh, yes. What the hell, Alex? What the hell?
Yeah, he's distracting me.
Put that cake out there.
Oh, hey.
So there's the Redbreast that I like.
Yeah.
Of course, the comparison. You know what? You're doing so good right now with the things that you're doing.
So that's
I
not
approve.
cask strength, is it?
No, it's 46%.
All right, so all I have is the 12, and I don't know how old the Iberian one is.
Yeah. So that Redbreast, we always. Wow, it didn't break.
It did not land on the carpet.
Oh, that's pretty good. That vanilla shortbread cookie note, that's there. That's the thing that I love.
But it's got this deep
buttery-
fruit note.
Buttery, flaky pastry. Come on. Oh yeah. that's
Okay,
nice.
so smell the 12, and it's way more toasted buttery pastry. This one, the Pedro Jimenez version.
This is the cask strength.
Yeah, it's the only one I have right now up there.
Yeah.
This, and we can proof it down a little bit.
You know what's interesting about the cask on the nose? This, even though it's much higher proof, way tighter on the nose. There's more coming out of the nose of this 46% Pedro Jimenez.
It's way more jammy to me.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And Pedro Jimenez is way more jammy.
I want to believe that's the port. Yeah, that's the character that I get from port.
Oh, hey, that's candy.
Ooh.
Good night.
Ooh. Yeah, it took it from fruitiness to candied fruit.
Okay, before you drink the
Rich
12, I'm
candied
going to take
fruits.
it from cask strength down a little bit because that proof is overwhelming. A good comparison.
Okay, we'll give that just a little bit. Man, look at the legs on
Oh,
that.
I know, it's just so viscous.
Yeah, it's like syrup coming down the side of that thing.
Really. I really like this one, but
Yeah.
as a more dessert direction.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Because
well, it's what port is.
What
It's a dessert one,
it
yeah.
is. But what I like best about Redbreast 12 is it also has some oaky complexity to it. It's not just a soft, sweet Irish.
And what I was going to say is, once you go back to the nose after that first sip, you do find that oaky character a lot more.
It's in the finish on the Pedro Jimenez.
Jammy is the word.
There you go.
flaky, buttery, pastry, jammy.
Now they're more matched on proof, and you get a real great A/B comparison. Way more honey and butter.
Honey, butter, and more oaky now on this, yeah.
And more jam fruit. And then the same kind of oaky toasted pastry. Those are both really good.
Yeah, man.
But you see how, like, I think I lean this direction.
Yeah, and if I'm in a desserty mood, this is where I'm going. That's beautiful. That's lovely.
That's nice, right?
Yeah.
Daniel Dumas emailed me last week,
Yeah.
and it just so happened to be, he was like, hey, did you guys get my bottle?
Oh, was he checking in?
Yeah, and I was like,
it's lined up.
Yeah. When did you drop it off?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, it was like a year and a half ago. And I was like, yeah, we're actually, and it was. I went and looked at the spreadsheet, and it was like 2 down.
Yeah.
In the video review of upcoming, and I was like, oh, yeah, soon. Of course, it's not going to air till July, but it's fine.
Yeah, that's true. I have everything edited up until the 18th of June at the recording of this.
Yeah, we were trying to get way ahead right now to accommodate summer and kids and vacations.
I'm going to be in Yosemite.
Look, and that is a legitimate vacation.
Yeah, so 20th through 28th.
Yeah.
I'm going to be out Yosemite for most of that.
And a life-changing experience.
Well, I like my life. No.
Hold on,
Wait.
Internally, not like
I don't want to rock this boat.
Well, you may not want to go to Yosemite. I'm saying emotionally prepare yourself for coming out the other side of the tunnel. And when it happens, you'll know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But there's a tunnel that when you come out the other side of it, the whole valley is spread out before you, Half Dome in the distance. And I had to pull the car over.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was incredible.
Need a hug?
Not right now. I did then. If you can go back in time.
Yeah.
Tick. That's so Doctor Who. What's the?
I am not disappointed. You put Redbreast on the label. I have very high expectations.
Yeah.
It is one of my go-to whiskeys, just for like enjoyable. It's that beautiful combination of something that is infinitely enjoyable, lean back. It is complex enough to be interesting if you want to sort through it, but it isn't so challenging and complicated that it doesn't have to pull you out of what you're doing. If you're reading a book, if you're watching a movie, you're having a conversation, some whiskeys, every sip, you're like, oh, okay, I'm here now. I'm 100% here. Others are too boring, so even if you wanted to pay attention to it, there's not much there. This is a nice balance.
What I like is that the sweetness didn't do what you said. It didn't simplify it. Right? It didn't just make it this sweet version of Redbreast. It maintained complexity.
Come on, man.
That's nice.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And I keep going back to it. I'm not, because sometimes that happens. You'll find something that you love the first approach.
And then it's sort of like,
you acclimate and
it's
you
a little boring now.
You get numb to it. Every time I go back, it's still really nice. I'm gonna hit this one more time. This is the cask strength.
The cask, well, not anymore, but
Yeah, it used to be.
The non-Pedro Jimenez.
Yeah. So you're not a sweet guy. The things that are in here that I like, I find in here with the additional layer of the sweetness.
Right, with a little bit of jam on top.
Yeah. The Kilted Swiller, I had a sudden thought watching the comments portion of the show today. Are there any distillers playing with things like single distilling, aging in a barrel, doing a second distilling, and finishing in a different barrel? How would that impact the whiskey? Okay, so
stripping run, then putting in a barrel.
Interesting. Yeah. That would not really be tasty at all.
No, it would be terrible, but then you're going to distill it again.
But then you distill it again, and some of those initial barrel notes could come through depending where your cuts are.
Yeah, but then you're going to age it again. So
then you're going to age it again.
Sit on it for a while.
That is weird.
It's very weird, and I'm going to tell you the only reason, not the only reason. I'll tell you the reason it's not happening, because it's not. No one's doing it. And there are two. Complexity of production on that would be astronomical. It's double the work. And already costs are high on making whiskey, right? And two, the loss would be even bigger.
Yeah.
And already costs are high on making whiskey.
Yeah.
So that process, while very interesting, would also triple the expense of making a single bottle of whiskey.
May need to do it.
I mean, it doesn't prohibit us from doing it one time just to see what happens.
Yeah. David,
if we did it, I would start with new oak,
Oh, of course.
Because I would just want to just blast that thing with oak impact because I know I'm going to redistill it anyway.
Yep.
Anyway, and then the second aging, I would want used oak.
Yeah, the people that stripping runs are so foreign to spirit runs.
Oh, yeah.
Like there's no comparison.
Nope.
Taking the wash and then stripping every little bit of alcohol out of there in a stripping run.
Yeah, getting down to like 3% alcohol, 2% alcohol.
It's not like you would do a stripping run and then have some, I can see where the direction of the whiskey is going. No, it's just brute force, blunt. Here's
you run it hot and heavy because you don't care.
Yeah.
You're not looking for flavor profile. You're just kind of get all the alcohol you can.
So to that point, what if you were choosy in a stripping run?
No, because it's not. You don't. Okay, you could.
Yeah.
But you don't really know how that's going to play with the barrel.
Obviously, yes, and obviously it wouldn't be as good as a spirit run
And
because
if
you have that further refinement.
Then really, who cares?
Right. But I wonder because just that mass collection of a stripping run worth everything.
Right.
It's not good. But I wonder how much better it could be if you bothered to look for a hearts in a stripping run.
Yeah.
It's not going to be as good as a spirit run hearts, but
no, but I think the things that you would gain are going to be lost in a second distillation.
Yeah, no, I get that.
And so there's no point in it would make a difference for
sure. It
sure.
would just be an exercise in how not gross could a stripping run be if you were actually doing.
Is it even possible?
Yeah. That's a thing.
Which is a separate experiment and could be very interesting.
Yeah. David Guzman, how long does it take for you to reset your palate? For me, it's at least a week or two, especially with Isla.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is why we just got done
It's
with
almost
dry
frightening.
week.
It's almost frightening how quickly I acclimate to the peat.
Yeah.
It's true.
This is why we just got done with dry week when these videos aired not very long ago.
There we go.
And that's one of the reasons we do it. One is just to check in on dependency, but the other is it's nice to kind of like do a clean slate, like a juice cleanse almost.
Yeah.
Just like for me, I've discovered it's more than a week.
More than a week?
One week, and I come back to it a little bit fresh. But 2 weeks, and it's a whole different ball game.
Yeah, the thing that always surprises me, even after just a week, is the heat. Because there's a certain point, like cast strength,
Doesn't phase you?
I'm good, I'm fine. But like a week away from whiskey of any kind, of spirit of any kind, then that kicks like a freaking horse, man.
It was one of the dry weeks that switched me back to drinking low-proof whiskey again.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, when I was like, So now in my house, I still have a lot of whiskey, but the ones I go to over and over and over and over, and they're out instead of in a cabinet, they're all 40 proof, 40%, or 46 or 43.
This turned out as well as I hoped it would. Yeah.
Yeah, well done.
All right, here's the fighting, stealing, and drinking.
If you fight me, fight for a friend.
Steal me, steal your lover's heart.
And if you drink,
May you drink with us.